Hello, everybody. This is Brian Perry and the lovely and fabulous Julie Perry with Perry Home Solutions. Julie, welcome.
Thanks.
A woman, a few words. So, Julie, what are we talking? What am I talking about right now? What are we here for? What are we discussing?
I believe
today?
you want to talk about DeSantis and his initiative, I guess would be the word.
Yeah, right.
To eliminate property taxes.
Right. So the governor Ron DeSantis has put forth this concept of eliminating property taxes, which is pretty fascinating, and it's something that I think a lot of people in real estate are talking about. So I think we wanted to go through real quickly, like what exactly is he talking about, and what does that look like? By the way, I have absolutely no idea how viable it is, how likely it is. I really don't know. But we have a lot of interesting details about what he's actually proposing. So I thought it would be interesting to look at that. But I will say first, too, if, in fact, Florida removed real estate taxes.
Or reduce them, significantly.
I mean, I don't know. Is there any other state? I guess we should have looked this up. Is there any other state in America that has zero real estate taxes?
I've never heard of it.
There may be, but I've never heard of it. I don't know. I'm assuming not. At least most states have real estate taxes. So that would be pretty phenomenal for the Florida real estate market. You know, who knows what the heck that would look like, but that would be amazing.
Especially considering we have so many retirees, that will make a huge difference.
Yeah, I think that's a big consideration. Anyway, love it or hate it, I don't know. It would be fascinating. It would be very interesting. Okay, so a couple key points here. Number one, the one of the things that I thought was interesting. So they're talking about eliminating property taxes, but they're saying non-school property taxes. So apparently, you would still pay taxes for school. It would just be essentially everything else. Is that right?
That's my understanding, but yeah.
Yeah.
We're learning as we go.
Right. Okay. So number two, which I thought was kind of interesting, is the way that they're kind of suggesting that they could implement this is by increasing the homestead exemption every year incrementally until apparently it
10 years
becomes the entire value of your property. So real quickly, what a homestead exemption is in the state of Florida is that when you own your primary residence that you live in, you can file for a homestead exemption, and it's a little complicated how it works, but the short version is over time, it will save you a pretty substantial amount of your tax burden from owning that house. Mm-hmm. And so they're proposing on making it $100,000 a year for 10 years.
Right. It would increase by $100,000 every year over a decade.
So that's pretty interesting. So what do you think about that? All right. Julie's opinion. Julie's opinion counts too.
I mean, it's interesting, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's fascinating. Yeah. So your taxes would incrementally go down, well, but by a pretty significant amount every year for 10 years. Yeah. You know, unless you're living in a multi-million-dollar home.
I was thinking, if your house is assessed at $300,000, would that mean that
3
in 3 years you're tax-free?
I think so. Yep. Which is pretty fascinating. Yeah. You know, it would require voter approval of 60%. So that's interesting. So I guess it's not just a legislation that's produced by the Florida government.
They're changing the Constitution.
It has to be on the ballot, I guess, and everybody has to vote. Has to have a 60% vote margin. And then they're also proposing. I guess this is directly from DeSantis. He's proposing short-term relief while they're implementing this, presumably, of a one-time rebate. And according to my little thing here, it says that would be approximately $1,000 back towards homeowners for, I guess, 2025. I guess they're suggesting.
I guess.
So they're talking about giving Floridians a $1,000 rebate on their
used towards your taxes. Okay.
Now, one thing I didn't see is this. So the interesting thing here is if it only applies to homesteaded properties, then any homes that aren't homesteaded would still be paying full taxes.
That's my understanding, yes.
So that's pretty interesting. So
and commercial properties also.
So commercial properties, investment properties,
second
homes that are not your primary residence, right, et cetera, those would all still be paying the full real estate taxes.
Correct.
So anyway, that is a summary of the bullet points of how they're planning on implementing this.
Let us know in the comments what side you're on. You're pro, you're against this initiative. How do you feel about it?
Do you like paying real estate taxes? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, some people are concerned about funding for local government, things like that. So I'm sure there's always, two sides to that argument.
Okay. So anyway, that's your update on the potential repeal of Florida real estate taxes. Thank you for joining us.
If you're looking to buy in Florida or sell in Florida, call us. Bye.